a difference in our size. It's good for the small countries to have a possibility of discussing with the most important countries of Africa in this case. If we look at the map, South Africa and Finland are at the opposite ends of a long vertical line. We are divided by great physical distance, but united by many shared values, like you, Mr. President, referred to. We are strong constitutional democracies and advocates of human rights, equality and multilateralism. Our relations are traditionally very good and long-standing, and I hope that during this visit we can enhance them even more. It was very sensitive to hear your memories of your discussions with our President Martti Ahtisaari at the time. I have often had discussions with him, and I want to tell you that he has very warm feelings of all possibilities he had to work with you and with other colleagues for the peace, because hardly there is anything more important than the state of peace, and all work done for that is valuable. We talked quite a long discussion, just also referring to challenges we have worldwide at the moment. Very severe ones, a common challenge, climate change, from that to food insecurity, wars and conflicts. It is very important that in these critical times we can share opinions from the north to the very south, and finding a lot of similar thinking, which I noticed during our discussion, which I respect a lot. You referred to war in Europe. You have seen in Africa many wars. Well, now we are facing and maybe understanding more how a war affects to all the nearby states and people. Russia's war is a grave violation of international law and the UN Charter, and the consequences from Russian attack to sovereign Ukraine, they are felt also very badly here in Africa. Its energy, food prices are getting higher. Thus, once again, I want to repeat that there is not more important thing than a peace. I also heard and have possibilities of looking closer the regional security problems you have in Africa. Sudan is now in very critical moment, and I fully support all the attempts for peace in there, and I know that South Africa is doing its best in this respect also. You reflected also to global developments. I think that it will be very interesting to follow discussion and attend to UN meeting in September. I guess we will have quite a wide range and hopefully a discussion where we find ways for the future in name of peace once again. And I want to repeat the word you said about respect. We have to remember that we have to respect each other. That's the only way of building up a common global future and having a clear answer to those huge challenges we have together. And once again, I want to thank you. It's a great pleasure and honor for us to have a possibility of being in that chain, where a part of that chain where we develop good relations between our countries. Thank you.
Thank you, President. I'm sure our friends in the media will now give us an opportunity to have some